There's nothing worse for a service provider than a deadbeat customer. This woman is in a beauty salon and she demands that the best, most expensive polishes be used on her nails. Meanwhile, a little behind her, a man is holding a sign that reads, "She never pays." The manicurist is clearly uncomfortable. Yvonne points out that the best products, in consequence, are much more expensive. Letitia, as well as being a deadbeat, is rude. According to her, it's unacceptable for someone to suggest that she's someone who doesn't have enough money. The beauty professional explains that she didn't mean to be offensive. Arrogantly, the client, who is probably lying, stresses that she has the money to go to any luxurious beauty salon she wants. That said, she gets up to leave. The manicurist apologizes and asks her to come back. Letitia accepts, but points out that she doesn't have much time to waste. Yvonne promises that she will get the best products from her salon. She just needs a minute. Once again, the rude customer says that she doesn't have time to waste because she's a very busy woman. In conversation with the man who was holding the sign, she wants to understand what is going on. His name is Fred and he owns a clothes store. He's been scammed by that customer. Yvonne doesn't know how to proceed. He tells her that Letitia has taken several clothes from his store and hasn't paid him yet. Still, the beauty salon owner doesn't think she can refuse to serve a client because of what she's done in the past. Fred repeats, he's sure Letitia won't pay for the expensive nail polish she's demanding. As proof of what he's talking about, the clothing store owner asks his friend to accompany him. Meanwhile, the alleged deadbeat scammer complains about the delay in Yvonne coming back to paint her nails. She argues that, for the time lost, the manicurist will have to pay her, not the other way around. Letitia finds a huge amount of money under the plant pot and takes the fruits of someone else's labor. Luckily, Yvonne, thanks to her friend Fred, is watching what this shameless woman is doing. He hopes that now she won't hesitate. Letitia is the kind of person who can't be welcomed in any kind of establishment. But instead of just sending this dishonest customer away, the manicurist has a better idea. A few minutes later, she asks her friend to put on some clothes. She doesn't explain why. Yvonne just needs him to disguise himself for now. With his face hidden by a cloth, the man who was previously deceived by Letitia is introduced as a special friend. He's the one who's going to paint her nails. Always arrogant, the client doesn't like the idea. Yvonne reassures her. While he paints the nails on her hands, the beauty salon owner will be in charge of her feet. According to her, Letitia won't have to pay anything. She's been given a 100% discount. In the tone of voice of someone who feels superior, the shameless hypocrite makes it clear that her feet are very sensitive. Contrary to what the salon owner had said, Fred starts by massaging the client's feet. Taking advantage of the fact that the thief has her eyes closed, Yvonne takes a cloth and, still in a sweet voice, blindfolds Letitia. She repeats that the client can be very relaxed. After a few minutes, the woman was so relaxed that she fell asleep. It's time to do what they planned. First, the beauty salon owner recovers the money that had been taken by the scammer. Yvonne takes a deep breath. She's relieved, all the money is there. The woman is even impressed. It's more money than she remembered. Her friend Fred is happy. The most important thing is already done. A few minutes later, Yvonne wakes Letitia up, saying that her nails look beautiful. The arrogant, scam artist client is feeling like she's on cloud 9. She hasn't felt so relaxed for a long time. She really expects her nails to be perfect, but when she looks at her hands, there's a letter on every nail. Altogether, you can read the word thief. Fred reveals his identity. That's what she deserves. Pretending to be a fool, she claims not to understand why they painted such a word on her nail. Well, it's the truth. Yvonne has discovered that she's been scamming several establishments in the city. Letitia replies that she won't pay for what they've done to her nails. That won't be necessary, because Yvonne has already recovered all the money the client intended to steal. An unscrupulous cynic, she accuses the woman of having opened her purse. Of course, this won't intimidate the beauty salon owner. That money is part of her and the rest is what the scammer still owes her friend, which will be paid right now. Finally, the compulsive liar recognizes Fred. He's a famous clothes salesman in the city and has lost a lot of money because of her. Like a madwoman, Letitia threatens to call the police if they don't return the money right away. Yvonne doesn't mind. There are surveillance cameras in the beauty salon. She has a recording of the exact moment when she took the money from under the flowers. The man agrees to call the police. Regretting her idea, the thief begs the officers not to be contacted. She says she's leaving and swears she'll come back another day to pay whatever is necessary. However, the woman has thought of another way to make the thief make up for her mistake. Letitia will work for a week as a cleaner at the beauty salon. Fred thanks his friend for her help. Without her, he might never get that money back. Yvonne thanks him too. Thanks to him, she found out who that client really was. Do you think they did the right thing, or should the police have been called? Leave your opinion in the comments.